In the quiet town of Salem, Massachusetts, the echoes of a dark past still linger. A past where fear and hysteria consumed reason and the innocent paid the ultimate price. The Salem Witch Trials remain one of history's most chilling cautionary tales, proof of what happens when paranoia takes hold of a community. Salem in 1692 was a strict Puritan settlement. Life was ruled by religious doctrine, where any deviation from the norm was seen as a threat. It was a world of rigid expectations, harsh punishments, and an ever-present fear of the devil. But something sinister was brewing beneath the surface. In the home of Reverend Samuel Parris, his young daughter Betty Parris and niece Abigail Williams began experiencing strange fits, convulsions, screaming, and claims of being tormented by unseen forces. Doctors could find no physical cause. The only explanation? Witchcraft. Under pressure to name their tormentors, the girls pointed fingers at three women, Tituba, Sarah Good, and Sarah Osborne. It was only the beginning. Once the accusations began, they spread like wildfire. Neighbors turned against neighbors. The accused came from all walks of life: widows, beggars, respected churchgoers, even a former minister. The trials relied on spectral evidence, claims that a witch's spirit was tormenting victims, unseen by all except the afflicted. There was no defense against such testimony. One of the first to be tried was Bridget Bishop, an outspoken woman known for her apple orchards and independent nature. She was quickly convicted and hanged on June 10, 1692, the first of 19 to face execution. Others followed: Rebecca Nurse, Martha Corey, John Proctor, each accused, tried, and sentenced to death based on superstition and fear. The trials became a frenzy. Those who confessed to witchcraft were spared, leading many to falsely admit guilt. Those who stood by the truth were hanged. One man, Giles Corey, refused to enter a plea. His punishment? Crushing. Stones were placed on his chest, one by one, as he gasped his final words. More weight. By the time Governor William Phips put an end to the trials in October 1692, the damage had been done. 19 people had been hanged. One was crushed to death. Over 200 accused. Dozens languished in prison. As hysteria faded, Salem was left to face a harrowing truth: the so-called witches were innocent. In the years that followed, judges and accusers publicly repented. The Massachusetts government later declared the trials unlawful, compensating some families of the victims. But no amount of money could bring back the dead. Salem would forever be haunted by its past. Today, the memory of those accused lives on at the Salem Witch Museum. Through powerful exhibits, it tells the stories of the trials, the fear, the injustice, and the lessons we must never forget. The museum not only preserves history, but also sheds light on the dangers of mass hysteria, scapegoating, and the persecution of the innocent. The Salem Witch Trials were not about magic or the supernatural. They were about fear, power, and the consequences of blind belief. The victims were not witches. They were people, wrongfully condemned. And yet, their stories continue to resonate. In Salem, the past and present exist side by side, reminding us that history must be learned, so it is never repeated. May their names be remembered, and may history never again turn justice into tragedy.